Okay, I just finished 60 minutes on the bike. I got my VO2 data. I got two good SMO2 readings. We got a really good heart rate. We got a really good HRV. And let's take a look and see what it shows. This is a summary graph of the ride on Perf Pro. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the VO2 and I'll turn off the heart rate for now. And what else am I going to turn off? I'll turn off the EWMA just to make it simple, and there we go. Okay. All right, so the first thing I want you to look at is the trend line for the two different SMO2s. The top one is my left shoulder. The bottom one is my right bicep, my right femoris. And I've pointed this out for years now, but one of the most important things that you need to understand is the relevance of a warm-up. And if you look right about here at minute 25, 25 minutes tends to be my minimum requirement for a 60-minute interval workup for a warm-up. You can see here's the right leg growing. And then here is the left shoulder growing, and I am vasodilating and I am warming up. Now, when we add wattage back in, and again, I'm just going to show you the EWMA values, what you see is I start to pedal and the SMO2 on the right leg starts to come back down just a little bit, but it's well in the 50s. Okay, it dipped to its lowest at 47%. The upper left shoulder never really moved all that much at all because I never really tickled threshold. And while the EWMA kind of danced around as I chased my DFAA1 above 7.5 and below 1.0, SMO2 continued to rise. Now, during one of the recovery periods, the right leg got up to about almost 80%, which to me is fully dilated. And we see it again a couple of minutes later at about 78, 79%, and it just hovered. I love this. This device is a very, very solid device to show the importance of a vasodilating warm-up and the importance of vasodilation, which is feeding fresh oxygen to the muscles and pumping hemoglobin. Now let's do that. Let's turn off SMO2 and let's turn on THB. And I'm going to go ahead and turn EWMA off again. And once again, what you see is the left shoulder hemoglobin count is relatively high and growing throughout most of the ride. And the THB on the right leg, it dips a little bit, but you can still see that, it's nice and stable and it's feeding freshly oxygenated blood to the muscles. And then let's add EWMA back in, you can see that as I bring it down, there's a delayed response. It comes back up again. And then the last few minutes where I was at 158, 160 EWMA, THB on the right leg basically stayed fairly steady. All right, so that's the first part. Now let's drag this in. And let's take a look once again at what it looks like on Runalyze. Now remember, I was using FatMaxxer on a screen share, and I'll show that to you in a separate video. But this is the summary. So this is the DFA value as it dives and rises and dives and rises. And yeah, I dipped down below 0.75 a couple of times. Looking back on this, we can see that 93% of my ride I was above 0.75. I'm pretty happy with that. The average was 0.905, which again, I'm very, very happy with. When we look at the RR intervals, now, again, another coach that I worked with who's probably more qualified than I am talks about the importance of RR intervals. Well, my RR intervals dip below 500 milliseconds and just stay there. Folks, this is a sign of lack of fitness. There's no doubt in my mind that as I adapt back and get my VO2 max back, I'm going to be stronger and this number will go up because the heart will be healthier and happier. Anyway, all right, I'm going to hang up on this. We'll start up again tomorrow, try to get another 60 minutes in. I do feel a little bit better. I will weigh myself later today and see if I've cracked 73 kilos. I don't want to do it after a ride because I know that I can't drink with the mask on. And we will sort of keep going down this road. Oh yeah, I've got to upload my files to you. They'll be up on the Google Drive after this posts. Thanks for watching and enjoy the ride.